What's going on, everybody? We got another episode of Hoop Sense coming at you. Excited to be hanging out with Trey today. Before we dive in, though, do us a favor. If you're first time here, come on, hit the subscribe, like the video, notification bell. Know the next time we're dropping some Count the Dings content. If you're on the podcast side of things, this 5-star rate and review. Just throw a little review out there. We'll give you a shout out. But let's jump in. Trey, what's going on, man? How's the summer treating you? How we living?
Yeah, man, summer's good. Indiana's hot, obviously coming off a WNBA All-Star.
Mm-hmm.
Very successful event for Indianapolis. The city downtown thrived off its
Yeah.
4-block radius. Like, man, the stud buds took over.
That was
Uh,
wild. That was
a
the
lot,
best, man.
72-hour stream. The parties were great. The energy was great. The activations was there. I've been experimenting with my clippers at home. I'm still getting a haircut, but
Okay.
the days that my hair is growing back, I have been like shaving with the clippers and just testing it out. I like how I'm looking right
Okay.
now.
All right.
Only thing I don't care about the face.
Yeah.
All I care about is, can I maintain a smooth body like Michael Jordan every single time? Like, I don't want to have no hiccups to a point where I could just master the clippers. No
Do you
pun.
think do you think do you think the second you get a hiccup, do you go back into the barbershop? Is
No,
that
I'm
like
gonna still go to
you,
the barber, but
okay.
there's a lot of days, the gap days,
I got you.
where I have to be out, and I just necessarily don't want to wear a hat all the time, just
Yeah.
because I didn't go to the barber. And our producer Jerv, I talked to him a couple of times when I was originally shaving my head, like getting to that point, but just getting in the comfort of, like, I'm on the road. I
Mm-hmm.
might not be able to, some barbers don't cut on Mondays, some barbers don't cut on Sundays. Being able to take a personal clipper and just kind of,
Go to work.
just clean up decently. That's
Yeah.
it. You know what I'm saying? And I really like how the body looking, you know what I mean? But I also got the head shape, so it's always
Yeah.
working for me.
Yeah, it works for you. It works for you. I do. We might have to like every month or so check in to see how the development's going. Like
Hey,
how
look,
they're
I'm
feeling.
open. I'm open, man. I mean, I don't, I've gotten to a point where knock on wood, we don't get any ingrown hairs or no bumps or nothing like
Mm-hmm.
that. But I ain't trying to be the GOAT either. I just want a serviceable,
Yeah.
real serviceable.
Just
You know what
come
I
off the
mean?
bench. Just come off the bench.
Nice little exfoliation on my head.
There
Nice
you
little,
go.
like, look at it's top to bottom. It matches
It,
my face.
it's smooth.
Some people be having bald heads that don't match.
Yeah. I haven't
This
had a
is this
bald
is
head
th-
since
this is this is 3 years to work with. Three
that's
years
pretty
of getting this color together.
that's pretty good, man. That's pretty good. I haven't seen my bald head since I was probably like 10. So I don't even know, I'm just going to be grateful that I still got it right now,
Mhm.
and then I'll deal with that when we get there.
Come on home, Mike. When
It
you have
comes for everybody though. It
Well,
comes for everybody.
I don't think you're gonna have to do that, man. And also, man, bring back the old school white men that had the horseshoe, man.
Just
We
kidding.
losing we losing recipes, man. I'm seeing white women shame white men for having a horseshoe, and that was sexy back in the 90s. So
Man, I can tell we are in the month of July because it's like a tight 5 on this. Wait, there was a dude, El, John Elmore, maybe. I think
yeah,
that's
that's
yes,
exactly why I'm bringing it up, bro.
yes, yeah.
You know what I mean? And he had a little bit of humor. He said,
He did,
"Okay, whoopee, I'm losing my hair." You know what I mean?
yeah.
Tried a few things, it ain't work.
The shampoos didn't work or something
Yeah, it
like
didn't
that. Yeah,
work,
it's great.
bro. That's the
Uh,
humor, man. Like, that's a part of the evolution, man.
A
And also,
plus.
we just gotta look like we gotta look like we getting old. Speaking of looking like we getting old,
This is what I'm
we're
talking about right here.
we're getting 2 stints of Chris Paul Clippers and Damian Lillard Blazers. So first off, let's kick off the newest news. Chris Paul becomes a Los Angeles Clipper for the second tenure.
Hmm.
Um, this is just going into his 21st season. He signed a 1-year deal. It looks like he's going to probably potentially back up James Harden and work that
Hmm.
second unit, which I love this idea. He finally gets to come home and be with his family and get the proper send off. He has declared this is his final season, which can be an emotional ride, but hopefully, I really like the moves that the Clippers have made. But what do you think about second stint, Chris Paul?
I like it. When I think of Chris Paul, I think of New Orleans Pelicans CP3, like when he first started to have like his takeover there and that first postseason run they had back with like the David West days. But like peak CP3 is Clippers CP3, Lob City. Like I like the idea of him retiring there. I think it makes a ton of sense. And like to your point, I like the role that he's going into right now. Like this is a good spot, I think, for him where this team individually, you might be like, man, we got James Harden needs to play like 80 games, or now we need Kawhi to play 80 games. Like, no, we've got like 10 deep. We're running 10 deep now. And for like CP3, we need you to back up. We need you to back up James. We'll keep you healthy. We'll use you in the playoffs. And like even Bradley Beal, I know, I don't think we talked about it together. Like Beal getting bought out and making his way to the Clippers. I really like the moves that they made. And, I feel like we've been echoing the same thing, but I just like that these teams are going for it and are not scared of, the other big heavy hitters in the West. I feel like the Clippers have put themselves right there. I mean, can they do it when the postseason comes? Who knows? We get a full regular season.
I mean, it's been 7, 8 seasons. We've talked about the Clippers being
Right.
successful and getting over the hump. I think this is one of their most veteran savvy teams. Obviously, the jokes are going to fly about how available this team's going to be and things of that nature, but they're definitely experienced. They have a quality team to win some ball games. They have the experience to win a series. I just think that they just need to put it together, and I think the expectations are there. Now, from a future standpoint, it's interesting because, like, obviously we treat the point guard position like a quarterback in the NFL, and there's no young rostered point guards on the roster. You know what I mean?
I mean,
Like
there's no young roster anybody. Like there's
yeah,
no position, right?
it's
Like
all committed to vets.
yeah. And I mean, like maybe Ballmer and the Clippers are seeing they're like, hey, we got Kawhi on the books. Was it like this year and next year? I think we, extended Harden for this year and next year. They're like, well, let's just put this run together for the next couple of years, and then we'll figure out the future when we get there. But let's just, try to build around Kawhi best we can while we have this team. Because yeah, to your point, I don't know who they've got under 30. Like, is Bogdan Bogdanovic considered young on this team? Like Zubac is considered young. I mean, because you got like Brook Lopez coming off the bench. Nick Batum he's pushing 40, I think, at this point, right? Like it's a lot of old dudes. But I like that they got 10 old dudes instead of just, like they've got enough guys. It's not this tight rotation of like 7 guys that they're gonna have to play.
I feel like they still needed that one young stud.
Yeah. Chris Dunn must be looking around
because that would have been 2006 D Wade.
That's right.
With the Miami Heat playing with all these guys that are, decorated.
Yeah.
But I like it. Like I said, I'm not mad at it. I don't think it puts an edge over anybody to a point. No. But I do think that they can potentially win some ball games. So, Chris Paul, does he deserve a statue in Los Angeles?
Why not, man? Can you be the first jersey? Would be the first guy retired as a Clipper if he into the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Chris Paul is also establishing what is to be like a Clipper. What is it like to be a Clipper? You know what I mean? Like actual competition. The sad part that makes me sad about it reminds me of when Chauncey Billups returned to the Pistons and they weren't great. They were coached by Stan Van Gundy. He had to back up Brandon Jennings and Spencer Dinwiddie and Rodney Stuckey. And, you either going to get a great finish or you can get a very sad one where the guy just is like, he's barely finishing out the year. It's February and he's just shut down. And that's the last of it. So,
I do, but I think to your point, like, especially after this past season in San Antonio, I feel like he's got to know coming into this roster what the role is, right? Like, he's got to know going into it. I'm sure he's had these conversations with Ty Lue and even with Harden for that aspect. Like, yeah, man, there's, if we have 3 games this week, maybe Harden rests one of them and you'll get a heavier load for that or whatever. But he's got to know he's coming in a backup position, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's going to compete, man. And I don't think he's trying to, like, steal the spotlight. I think guys are going to need some rest, and he knows he gets plenty of opportunity to actually cook up. But I think the selling point was just to be home. You know what I mean? And also play for a team that can actually compete.
Yeah.
They definitely have a roster built for playoff contention. And, it checked all the boxes for him. And also he has history with that team. So they're going to send him home the correct way. I think it checks all the boxes. Let's drive up to 5 and go to Portland, What do you think about the Damian Lillard signing?
I think on the Damian side of stuff, it's awesome. Like he seems so happy to be back there. He got a much bigger bag than I thought he was going to get,
Mhm.
and he gets to be closer to his family. I mean, it sounds like this was just a huge win all around, especially because there were other teams knocking on the door trying to get him to come. And the fact that he got to, it almost felt like Miami was not Miami, excuse me. Portland was apologizing for sending him to Milwaukee in the first place. That's what it felt like. Like, hey, our bad. We know you wanted to go somewhere else. We send you to Milwaukee. Here's a few extra dollars. Come on home. So from the Dame, we can talk about the Portland perspective in a little bit, but from the Dame side of things, I thought that was awesome, man. I think of him as a Blazer, obviously, and I'm glad he's going to go back. I don't know where did you land on it?
He's Mr. Blazer to me.
Yeah,
Shouts to Clyde Drexler, but Dame is Mr. Blazer, modern
yeah.
day Mr. Blazer. I just think that he's going to shatter all those records they have.
Oh, for
I think
sure.
that, his number's going to hang up there. He's going to get a front office position where he remains in Portland.
Yeah.
And, I think that was one of those. It reminded me of Cleveland Cavaliers, Chicago Bulls, Dwayne Wade, where they made that mistake and then brought him back. And, he tried his best to compete. And, we don't know what type of version we're going to get of Dame, post Achilles. But again, Portland loves him. And it's no better feeling than having the love from people that truly love you. You know what I mean? Good or bad. I just hope that the fans stay consistent with the love and not flip on him through the tough times as he continues to go through this recovery, and that this reunion is a great one. Hopefully maybe he proves everybody wrong and he plays beyond those 3 seasons that he signed for. So
yeah. And I
we'll
mean,
see.
like, listen, if some of these younger guys who are still there are able to step up, so Dame isn't asked to do, like the heavy lifting that he was doing in Portland 5 or 6 years ago, I think that makes it an easier transition too. What did you think about it from the Portland side though? Because I'm like, I know that they're currently trying to sell the team, right? And so bringing somebody, and I'm not saying this is why they did it, but bringing back a franchise player that would get people butts in seats, whether they're winning 50 games or 30 games, right? So from that aspect, I get it. But I like bringing in Drew and Dame while still having Scoot and Sharp. And I know the timelines are a little weird. I just was surprised that Portland offered that much money, especially after getting Drew. I don't know. What do you see the vision?
They're trending up. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Chauncey got those boys defending like hell.
For sure.
I still am curious to see what Drew and Dame can do.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still curious to see what Scoot and Drew gonna do, because while Dame's out,
Right.
knowing Dame probably gonna try to return February, March, which is kind of one of those things of just not missing the entire season, which I felt like would have been a great thing, to recover and get his body and mind right. But you never know. I don't think you can. I think he just has a lot to prove. I don't know if it's vengeance, but he's moving off of emotion and a lot of things, and a lot of people wrote him off, man, especially how Milwaukee did him. I don't know if they did him a favor or if it was disrespectful. I don't know what type of slight he feels, but it's interesting to see where the Blazers go. You know what I mean? It might be great. It might be ugly.
Yeah.
We don't never know with these reunions, man. Like the
No.
idea on paper sounds amazing, and it just doesn't go storybook sometimes.
Yeah, it's great. Their range of outcomes feels all over the place. Like Scoot and
Mhm.
Sharp, maybe they take leaps. What's his name? Yang Hassan from China in Summer League. Everybody's been hyped up about him, which I know he was a lot of fun in Summer League. But again, it is Summer League, so like wait and see. But yeah, it is a heartwarming story. I'm happy it happened. Like I'm happy for Dame. Again, I did not expect it to be that much money. As I know, like Celtics Twitter was really hyping up the idea that Dame was going to go to Boston for cheap. And I know it sounds like Tatum was on the phone too, trying to make it happen. But Portland was like, come on home and here's some extra cash.
I mean, realistically, I was looking at Houston, and
You called Houston. I love that.
Houston just did not have any money for him.
Yeah.
That's just plain simple.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have any money.
Yeah, that makes sense. That does make sense. Once I saw the Portland number, because I thought he was going to do something similar to Bradley Beal. I thought he was going to be like, "Hey, listen, I've made my money. Let's go. Let me just put myself in a winning situation." But hard to say no to that situation of Portland. How
100%.
about the Lakers kind of dancing around here? Grabbed Marcus Smart on the buyout. I didn't see
Mhm.
that coming at all. And again,
No,
it's
it's definitely a random one.
right. And these buyouts things are so interesting too, because like when you're like, okay, cool, they added Marcus Smart, but then you're like, yeah, but they added Marcus Smart for like 5.5 million a year or whatever for over 2 years. So it's not like they went crazy, like dropping a big old bag to go get him. And I feel like that is a good, somebody else that can defend. We haven't seen Marcus Smart play consistent basketball in a while, both from injury and then from going to the Wizards, and they were getting their young guys out. But what do you think about the Smart like fit, or do you think that moves the needle at all, or it's just like because it's the Lakers we're talking about it a little bit?
I think it was just because we're talking about the Lakers. I mean, we
Yeah,
wouldn't even be making it a big deal if he went anywhere else. Under 60 games in the last 2 seasons.
yeah,
Um, but it's a low risk move. I feel. I mean,
right.
the only thing is like obviously, um, Jordan Goodwin is a tough one. You know what I mean? Because he played so hard,
So hard,
and
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 JJ
he's
loved him.
and he's young, but again, they believe that Marcus Smart could return to at least 70% of what he was, you know what I mean, with
Mhm.
the Celtics. So it's a huge gamble, but he can add that veteran leadership and what he competes, man, and alongside playing against Luca and maybe potentially into the starting lineup if they bench Rui. So
Yeah,
um, yeah, just the idea. Losing Shake Milton didn't shake the table too much, no pun, but
yeah,
having Jordan Goodwin out, I think that, trading for Jordan Good, basically signing Jordan Good Sr.,
right.
Jordan Goodwin Sr. is a different one. You know what I mean? For me.
Yeah, man, Jordan Goodwin's had a couple of spots or stops, right? I know he's at Phoenix for a little bit, the Lakers. I feel like maybe he was with Memphis for a little bit before that. I feel like he's always played very hard and done well with the minutes that he's been given. And I don't know, maybe if he was a little bit more consistent with the shot, he'd stick around a little bit. But I'm not getting rid of my Goodwin stock yet. I enjoy watching him.
Oh, he's going to end up on somebody's team and
Yeah,
make the Lakers pay. He's going to die for some loose balls.
yeah.
He's going to be one of those guys like Caruso who, just ended up helping a team get the Kentavious Caldwell Pope Nuggets.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? The Josh Hart Knicks,
Just be like a missing piece.
the Lou Dort's, the
Yeah.
Thunder. You know what I mean? Like it just things happen, man.
Yeah, I'm a Goodwin fan. I get it's been relatively quiet. We had Summer League wrap up. The Hornets won their first title of anything. The Summer League Hornets, baby. Con Knipple and crew. But I just like Summer League in general. Now that it's wound down, was there anything that stood out to you, that anybody that you were impressed by or excited by, or
I think I watched a total of 2 games, brother.
yeah,
Not gonna lie to you, man.
the Cooper Flag game?
I watched that. I watched him against the Lakers. I think
Mm-hmm.
I watched his second game back. Um, I watched a little bit of Derek Queen before he got hurt.
I know, man. New Orleans, just they can't. Just one of the unluckiest franchises, I think. I mean, they create some of their own bad luck, but they just got hammered for that trade when it happened, and then Queen goes out and he balls. It still doesn't make the trade good or bad, but he was balling. And then what's he out 12 weeks? I think.
Yeah, he's probably gonna miss the first or second week of the season.
It's just man,
Portland got a chance to watch Young Boy.
yeah,
Few guys, but like I said, I really wasn't like overly committed to it. I mean,
no.
it's
I mean,
shouts to those young men trying to land a job.
mhm,
Shouts to the rookies trying to get a feel. I mean, I got a chance to watch Ace Bailey a little bit, but
yeah,
again, it's empty hoops to me.
right.
You
Because
know
you're
what I
not
mean?
really running plays
Especially they shutting guys down.
like
They got, you know what I
immediately.
mean? Like I thought Bronny James took some leaps. He got better, but
Yeah.
like hopefully he cracks the lineup. Like that's what summer league's about. Like
Right.
you scoring 25, 19, shooting 50% against guys that are way nervous than you because you have the
Yeah.
confidence of a contract. It's different, man. It's
Well,
much
I was
different.
sitting next to a couple of people while I was out there who were watching Kenny Lofton Jr. play for the first time. And they were like, oh man, he's for sure making this roster. He's cooking. And I'm like, nah, hey, this is
And
his
that's the
third.
crazy part about it. Like
Yeah.
Kenny Lofton Jr. gonna score. That's what he do.
Yeah.
But no team's using him like that.
Right.
They're not
Right.
going to
He's not
use him in
like
that type of
Zion.
capacity. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
not going to ever be used like that ever again unless he's in China. He's going to score 60 points in China.
He
But
is.
but over on the NBA, he might get maybe 3 actions, and they just trying to get him to use his butt for pick and pops and pick
Yeah.
and rolls, or heavy seals to get a guy open a little bit more. But
Right.
that's about
Right.
it, man. So it's kind of hard, man. But I think, like I said, it's a cool experience for your family to see you play in your NBA uniform, even if you make the team or not for the first time. The Vegas is the ultimate fans experience. You know what I mean? You get to see
Mhm.
NBA players for a very affordable price. Thomas and Mack is a great hosting area, you know what I
Yeah.
mean, for that.
Yes.
So, and they've done a great job over the years. But like I said, I'm just not that interested in. And sometimes I just need a break,
Yeah.
just because I'm consuming 82 game seasons. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I'm with you, man. That's where I'm at. This is the first year at Summer League where I felt it like right away. Where the second I walked in, I was like, "Oh man, I don't know if I want to watch hoops."
mhm.
And I was very excited to see Cooper play, and it was still like you said, it's a great time, a great experience. I had a blast, but I had just as much fun.
Everybody use that
Outs-
August and a little bit of September to
yeah,
just relax.
just unwind. You don't have to listen to well, you can listen to our podcast every time, but you
Yes.
don't have to listen to every podcast. You know who it was? I was gonna try to make this a transition of relaxing, but our guy Paul George went back under the knife again. I mean, I just did you read any of that article that came out? I forget the author's name. I should look this up while we're talking about it, but
No,
on ESPN. Okay. Just
I
like
don't, I don't, I don't read no articles.
good. But it was just about Joel Embiid over the years, and like you forget, or I forgot, like the throughout the career how many weird things he's gone through, both maybe like that he's been included about, like just for what he's talked about, but also just like the 76ers in general, from
Hmm.
like trust the process to like the Ben Simmons era to Brett Brown to like I forgot that he was hurt those couple of years, and they mentioned that he was being like he had an intern that was responsible for his rehab. Just like again, just nothing normal about the Sixers experience. And I only bring that up because we nothing normal being the Sixers experience, and then we get the Paul George update right away. I just feel like are we ever going to see Philly field a healthy roster?
I don't know. I mean, it just shows just like how lucky and
Yeah.
how healthy you have to be to compete in this league. A little bit of luck and a lot of health.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of health. It starts with just being healthy, being available. Availability is your biggest strength. It's not about how many points you add. It's about how many guys that you can, bodies you can actually have consistently out there to compete. Because everybody in the NBA is a good player. I
Yeah.
feel they're there for a reason. They just are used sparingly. And the game's the game. And when you lose some of your strongest people, your odds are very slim.
Yeah, well, and then I think you're asking guys to do things they normally don't do or that they don't do
Mhm.
well, and then it's a trickle down effect, or like it snowballs. Where now you're at your Maxi now has to be like a 35 a game score because you don't have Paul
Mhm.
George, you don't have Embiid out there regularly. We saw it happen last year too with McCain. We're like all of a sudden McCain, we need you to do more, and then he got hurt too, but. I don't know. I guess if you're Philly, you just grasp onto Edgecombe. Like you got the third overall pick. He looks fun. Like for
Mhm.
what we did see of him, he looks like he's going to be a lot of fun. And so even if you don't have Paul George and Embiid for a little bit, at least you get that young core of Maxi McCain and VJ. And the East looks like I don't know. You win 40 games, you might be like a 4 seed in the East. So who knows, man? Who knows? Anything else going on in the life of Trey we need to talk about before we wrap here? Again, we're kind of like in
Nah,
the slow
nah. I
season.
think that's it, man. I think that just kind of watching, seeing, the availability, um, out here. I probably would like to discuss this real quick,
Yeah,
even though it's kind of dragged out. But
let's do it.
shouts to Keith Smith per usual.
Yep.
Doing the work. Just guys that are available right now. So at the point guard position, Josh Giddey. Is on a restricted contract, you know what I
Mhm.
mean, with the Bulls, but potentially can be in a sign and trade. Malcolm Brogdon's available. Russell Westbrook, Ben Simmons. Uh, I don't know who Jay Butler is. That can't be Jimmy Butler.
Mm-mm. Jared Butler. I think he's
Jared Butler
I think he's
potentially, yeah. Quentin Grimes, who is also restricted, but definitely has looking for Philly to pay them, and it doesn't look like Philly's going to pay him. So where does he end up? You know what I mean? Um, Cam Thomas, who had the
Ooh,
hilarious spat with Zach Lowe. I'm team Cam Thomas anyway, so
I love Cam Thomas. I was
you know what I mean.
surprised it was Zach Lowe, though. I was surprised it
I
was
mean,
out
he's
of
just fed up, man. He's fed up. Bro. He might pull an Opus. Uh, yeah, D'Anthony Melton, Gary Payton II, which is interesting because I'm shocked
yeah.
that the Warriors aren't trying to bring
Well,
him in. But I could see Melton going back to the Warriors.
I did. I saw some reporting today that was like Melton and Al Horford. Sounds like they both are going to be going to Golden State any day now.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Alec Burks, Amir Coffey for small forwards, Torrey Craig. I'm blanking on Stevens.
Oh, Lamar Stevens. It might be Lamar Stevens.
Lamar
Yeah.
Stevens. Edwards. Who is that from the Nets?
Yeah, Nets and then Kings, but Kessler Edwards.
Kessler Edwards.
Man, it feels like a trivia game right now.
Man, Imani Bates. Jonathan Kuminga is restricted, but it doesn't look like he wants to go back to Golden State.
I mean, I don't even blame him. I feel like some of this should fall on him too as well. But man, you got an organization basically telling you like we don't want you here. So wait, I don't want to be here either. Then
don't force it. Chris Boucher, Trey Lyles, Precious Achua, Bo. From a center perspective, we mentioned Al Horford, Thomas Bryant, Bismack Biyombo, DeAndre Jordan, Bassey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So
I like Bassey. I like Bassey. That was one of the dudes I saw at Summer League who was looking awesome. I see that guy D Fry in the chat said, and I'll throw this to you, Trey. Do you think he said why didn't the Lakers get Gary Payton II over instead of Smart? I wonder if Smart was a little bit cheaper because he's a buyout deal. But do you see a difference, like a big difference between those two guys' games at this point? Or like would you have a preference of who you'd rather have in your squad?
I just seen more of GP2 play.
That's a great point.
I mean, I think that's the more thing. You know what I mean? Like Marcus Smart has a name.
Right.
If I'm just signing off the name, I'm taking Marcus Smart all the time. But I think the expectations are very high for Marcus Smart. For one, he's Marcus Smart, former defensive player of the year. So people always are going to hold that standard to him. Mm-hmm. And then secondly, it's the Los Angeles Lakers. The fans are expecting championship or bust.
Right.
Playoff first round elimination has happened way too often, and they're trying to get over the hump, man. And some, if he's not going to be making the open three or making big stops or being healthy enough to guard the right guy, then I don't know what to say. I don't know if that's a good move.
Yeah, I mean, you said it, man. I knew he hadn't played a lot in the last two seasons, and when you said it was 60 games, I was surprised. He's basically just about a third of the games. He's got to be available.
And then Gary Payton II, I don't know how much he's the Bruce Brown type, archetype. So he does give a lot, but like I do think you lose a lot too sometimes. Yeah. I just don't know. You know what I mean? Like if you need one of those guys, the 50-50 guys on your team that really can benefit from, I think if Houston has some money, they can go get him.
Yeah. Man, it feels like Houston's got like 25 dudes on their roster right now. I know
they don't have. I mean, I don't know. I don't want to say that they don't have. I mean, the conversation is they don't have guys that can create. They don't have guys that can knock down the shot. Like, I disagree. I just think that they got a bunch of guys that play the same position. It reminds me of those old Nuggets teams. They used to have like 4 small forwards where it'd be like Chandler Parsons, Wilson Chandler. You know what I mean?
I know exactly. The
Carmelo Anthony and then Jordan Hamilton as the fourth guy who Jordan Hamilton potentially could be super talented, but just never get a chance to even see the light of day. Yeah. And that's Houston because you're going to be like, oh, but they got Tate. Oh, they got Thompson. Oh, they got this person. They got this person. And they're never going to see it because they're not going to get on the floor. It is going to be a battle. because you are buried deep on that bench.
I mean, it's crazy. Reed Shepard, second overall pick. We've seen him play like 9 minutes.
I mean, Reed might play a little bit more, man. And the thing
Yep.
is, we all know he can shoot the blood out the ball, but at the end of the day, how is he going to get on the floor?
Yeah.
I know Kevin Durant would love that kid if he can find him and get him open, but
Oh, yeah.
I think Ime's keeping him off the floor because he got to become a better defender.
Yeah, Ime does not mess around with that. If you're not going to defend, he's not going to go out there.
Not one bit.
Weisberg in the chat making sure to let everybody know I was wrong. Reed was the 3rd overall pick. Thank you, Michael.
There you go.
Trey, you got any greatest of the era coming out soon that we can plug for the people?
Yeah, man. Every Thursday, man, we get a new episode, man. We got some guests, man. The Austin Rivers episode was really, 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 really good.
That was a fun one.
Just to tease a little bit of the guests, we got Michael Cooper, we got CJ Watson, we got George Gervin coming up.
Wow.
So those should be really fun, man. Talking to these, retired players, man, about their careers and how they competed and who they considered the greats, and even talking their talk and backing it up and protecting their era. So super interesting to have those guys on, man.
Yeah.
And I'm really curious to see where my co-host goes, man. Not you, but Seth Curry.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
We'll see.
That's right, because he's
Free
out
agent,
there, right? Yeah. And his dad.
That's a good pickup for Houston.
Yeah, and
they got some money.
Was it Amazon or NBC that picked up Dell too? Right?
Amazon.
There we go. All right. Well, after you check out Greatest of the Era, make sure you go check out everything else that we're doing here at Count the Ding. So do us a favor as we wrap up. If you made it through this whole episode without doing it yet, hit the subscribe, like the video, get involved in the chat or in the comments, rate and review on the podcast. Try anything else before we call it?
Nope. Subscribe, rate, and review.
Let's do it. Jerv, thanks for making the magic happen. We'll see you guys next time. We out.